Alright, so I'm out doing some God work. I don't know. I like being a private detective for the a private investigator, private detective for God. I don't know, I get a rush when I run up on some shit. So I just ran up on some shit when I was dropping my son back off over there at the house that he been at. And now I just found out where the lady was from. She's from Raleigh. I got footage of her on my dash cam meeting up with the boy over here on the south side, Juan. I don't know Juan's last name, but I'm getting ready to find out what the house number is so that y'all can get some eyes and ears over there. Now I'm going to forewarn you and let you know that he used to be a gang member. I don't know if he still run around with the gang. I don't know what set he was running around with, because I know them boys it was 974 and then it was the 9s and the 74, so I don't know what side he was on. I know that he is a part of this organized crime and that a message was just delivered to him from this lady that I got on the camera, that said she was going back to Raleigh. And on the video that I was recording, you can hear her stating that she was going back to Raleigh. She knew that I was following her because from Weaver's Court, I followed her all the way to the store, to see where she was going. She tried to turn off over there on the east side, went out, went around, and then came back up, and then she stopped to the store. I went in the store, and I was going to get me a lottery ticket from the store, but they only take cash, and I don't have any cash on me. So, I found out, that's how I found out where she was coming from, because when my intuition go off, it let me know that something is off. And I noticed the way that he looked at me the other day when I seen him getting out of his car, okay? And so now I'm getting ready to find out what the house number is out here in Weaver's Court that y'all need to get eyes and ears on in regards to this RICO investigation against me. I know he had ties to my brother my fake ass brother at one point, Davin Brown. And I know he had ties to my baby daddy, Dante Seeley, at one time. But like I said, I don't hang out with gang and them no more. So I don't know what's going on with gang and them. Okay, I don't know who fuck with who don't fuck with who. Alright, I just know who I fuck with, and I fuck with me. I don't fuck with none of them niggas. So I just, I stay away. Alright, but I know for a fact that he sells weed. I don't know if he sells any other substance. I know that when I have come over here to pick my son up at night, there is always a lot of people over here at this apartment. Okay, and you can see people coming up and leaving and coming up and leaving. These niggas want war. Let's go, because I'm not the one that you want to be goddamn coming up against. But I know that they're trying to figure out how they can set me up and what they can do and how they're going to get in to set me up. And so I know that they're actively, trying to plan, but I'm very heavily protected. So, I know that all of their plans are just going to backfire, and that everything that they intend for me is going to manifest in their lives. Not only that, none of their plans are going to work. Okay, so his car is not here right now. The car that he drives, the Buick. But the house number, and y'all get eyes and ears over here, and y'all can see what car he drives. It's a beige Buick, 2706 Freedom Drive, in Lumberton, North Carolina. Get some eyes and some ears on that apartment, on the oldest boy, Juan. I don't know what Damani, if anything, is doing. It is very possible that he does know something about it, and that he is contributing in some way. It is very possible that their mama is contributing in some way. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I am 100% sure about Juan. I am 100% sure that this lady from Raleigh, I don't know who she is. I ain't never seen her, but she seemed to be a little upset when I pulled up and when she was talking to him. He wasn't in the car long after I pulled up, okay? And then when she realized that I was on to her, she was trying to throw me off and trying to go another way, okay? But I am documenting everything. I am very adamant about making sure that every single person in this city, in Spokane, Washington, in Raleigh, North Carolina, okay, in Zebulon, North Carolina, because y'all know I was living in Wake County at one point, okay? So I'm very adamant about making sure that we connect all the dots, and that every single person that has participated in organized crime against me and my family, that they all are held accountable. So when I find out about some more people participating, I will be bringing y'all an update live on Channel 5, okay? So that's all I got for y'all. I gave y'all the house number. She drives a Volkswagen truck. I have footage of that. I'll probably post that before I post this video. But she drives a Volkswagen truck, and the license plate says NT. It's not like us is what it reads, but it's NT LIKEUS. I think like is spelled all the way. If it's not, I'll have to go look back at the video, but y'all can look at the video and see me following her and see that she knows that I'm following her and that she's trying to get away, and see her try to throw me off. And y'all can see that. Y'all can see it. So I'm probably going to post that video of me actually getting her tag number, because that's really all I was trying to do. But in that video, you can also see where she tries to throw me off to try to get me from behind her. But what I'm learning is that when you give them a taste of their own medicine, they get scared and they start shaking in their boots. Because when she was inside of the Marathon store off of Roberts Avenue just now, she was trying her hardest to stay in there long enough for me to leave. But my mission was, and I completed it, was to get her face on the video, so we can identify who was in the vehicle that day. And we want to know, why the fuck is you all the way over here on the south side of Lumberton talking to this dude right here? Unless y'all doing a drug deal, but even then, that's still illegal, okay? And I really want to drill in on what her business is on the south side of Lumberton, North Carolina. I really want to drill in on what her business was. But I am not, I'm the psychic investigator in this case, okay? And I'm doing this, for God, for me and my family, because, they have targeted me. And like I said, I was a resident of Wake County before, okay? So, I know that they're using telegrams to communicate. I know that they're having face-to-face meetings. Sometimes they're meeting in the woods. They're meeting at people's houses. They're in cars. I know everything on their side is bugged. But I want to make sure, and I'm very adamant about it, that every single one of them is held accountable for their actions, okay? Everybody in this town who decided they wanted to choose the dark side and go against God, y'all ain't got no protection. Y'all cannot prepare yourselves for what is about to happen in y'all lives, right? So I just want y'all to understand that I'm not scared of none of you niggas, okay? I'm not scared of none of you gang stalkers. I know y'all trying to plot. I know y'all trying to plan. Everything that you try, me and my children are protected. It's not going to work, okay? I just want to make sure that y'all understand that. But I had to get that. Sometimes God be having me on the case. It'll just pop up and I'll feel it and I'll be like, oh, it's go time. And so I'll just go. And that's what just happened, because I hadn't planned on coming out. But I just happened, my son called me. And I felt it before he called that he was going to call. And he came over here to shower and then he went back over there. Okay. But when we was pulling up, we caught them in the act of having their meeting. Okay. And I'm just checking out my face, y'all, because I just started using a new product, so I wanted to get a good look. But I wanted to make sure that I got her face on the camera. I got her driving, her license plate, her face on the camera. I know what store we were at, around what time, based off the video footage that I have. Today is... This another neighbor. This is my new neighbor at TNG. She's always coming outside. These people right here too, in this white I don't know if it's a Yukon or something, but this one right here, they stay in 10H, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, they're gang stalking. These right here, the people over here at 11 on the end right there in this white truck. If y'all can see it, the girl, she pregnant. The boy got blonde hair, grown ass boy. Okay, they're a part of the gang stalking too. So it's a lot of people out here in the community that I live in Holly Ridge apartments in Lumberton, North Carolina, who are participating in the organized crime. I put a video up and gave y'all all the apartment numbers where I can actually testify and confirm, yeah, when I come out, these people are out. When I'm pulling up, when I'm leaving, it's always like, because don't nothing be going on until I come out. Till I step outside, don't nothing be going on. But they be trying to make it look like they ain't doing nothing, but we know what y'all doing, because y'all lines is tapped too. Okay, they hear and see when y'all sending these notifications and these messages. They know what's going on. Okay, shout out to all the investigators on this case, all the people that are on the right side of the law. Shout out to who initiated the case. Shout out to me for bringing awareness, and speaking up and speaking out and speaking my truth. And being as strong as I am in this situation. It is very hard at times, but sometimes I just have to go regroup, and get myself ready, for the case again. Okay, because I really have been on this case for some time. When I first started on this case, I didn't know what was going on, but I knew that something funky was going on. And this started in 2021 when I was wrongfully evicted by George Carrillo off of Chris Road in Lumber Bridge, North Carolina. And, from there, I went to a couple people houses here. My son's sperm donor, Jarvis Baldwin, was actually sent in, and I found this out at a later date, but I found out that he was sent in to handle me, to watch me, to keep me low vibrational. All right. When I decided that I wanted to leave him because he was a piece of shit. Okay. I took care of him. Understand that. I noticed after the fact that him and his mama, who is Sandra Faye Baldwin, who is an Eastern Star, and his daddy, who is Anthony Q. Green, who is a Freemason, they were reaching out to me at this point when I was like, I didn't want to deal with him no more. They were reaching out to me to try to get me to come closer to them. Then I didn't know that they were plotting on me. Then I didn't know that, they were had this big old other stuff going on, and they were trying to plot on how they could take me out. Okay. But I found that out at a later date. Okay. I did go stay with his mama for like a week or two before I left and went to Washington State. Crystal and Brown, they all were working together against me, my fake ass family. Crystal Ann Brown, Davin Brown, Datoya Brown, Daphne Brown, Jesse Ann French, Rhonda French, Amaya Ford, Takaiza Bethay, Rodney French Jr. Who else over there? Artist French Jr., Artasia Singletary, all of them were, they planned it out. And so I didn't know that everything was planned until later on. But now, like, I don't deal with none of them. I don't talk to none of them because I know about the plot to unalive me that they have been doing since I was a child, really. Daphne Brown, Torrance Williams, Garrett Gordon. These are just some of the people in the family. Tamia Simmons Collins that I can confirm, Anthony Thomas, Yvonne Thomas, that I can confirm that, yeah, they were a part of the plot. Okay. But yeah, I know I just went off. Y'all know I go out sometimes, but, I just got on here to give y'all the apartment number that y'all need to get eyes and ears on in Weaver's Court, because she just dropped a message into him. And the fact that he was gone when I pulled back up around there, he's now going to disperse the message elsewhere. Okay, this is just dropping in from the other side. And so the message is going around. They are really adamant about trying to unalive me. They're running out of time. I've been getting this message for a while. But they're running out of time. And regardless of what they try, like, it's not going to happen. I'm not going anywhere. Okay? I'm not going anywhere until God says, okay, baby, it's time to come home. Okay? That's the only time I'm going to be leaving this motherfucking, this place. Okay? I will not be leaving before my time. And I will not be leaving by the hands of my enemies. Understand that. Y'all been trying for so long and you have failed. You keep failing. But I understand why y'all keep trying, because y'all lives are at stake, because y'all have committed fraud. Y'all have violated me. Y'all did lie. Y'all don't want me to be able to testify in court. Y'all don't want me to be able to go and say, no, I never signed a power of attorney. No, I never knew anything about my inheritance. No, I never I never received any mail about a court date. No, I never was in court because I never received any mail. No, I don't know nothing about this shit other than what the other side is telling me. Y'all don't want me to be able to do that. But just because that's what y'all want, that's not what's going to happen. God has the last say, and God has a plan in this land. I'm a part of that plan. I'm a part of helping God do what he needs to do in this land. So understand, I don't care who y'all get up with, how many gangsters. I'm a gangster too, but I'm a gangster in the spiritual realm, for real, for real. So watch, and prepare for your fall. That's all you can do, because y'all all falling. All of you, y'all, and your whole operation. Across the whole world, your whole operation is coming down. All right? Mark my words.